What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, and today we're going to talk about FAMU making the playoffs. All right, congratulations to FAMU. You guys have made the playoffs. Okay, as much as we would love to see Jackson State with y'all in the playoffs, if only one team had to represent, we're glad it's y'all. You guys have a complete team, a great team at that, with a lot of star talent and potential. So we cannot wait to see how you guys do. FAMU fans, y'all have to be excited. And just keep in mind, how your team performs in the playoffs will not only count for y'all, but it does count for the SWAC as a whole. The committee's gonna look next year when JSU and every other school wants to make a playoff push. They're gonna look at how you guys perform when it comes to the rankings and everything like that for next year. So I have faith in y'all. The whole SWAC is behind y'all, of course, and hopefully y'all come out with that W. All right. With that being said, it will not be an easy task at all. Okay. The hard part is done. Well, it's not done, but a part of it is done, right? Because you've gotten to the playoffs. Congratulations. Once again, a great accomplishment. But with that being said, you have your work cut out for you with Southeastern Louisiana. You do, right? And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this game versus Southeastern Louisiana this upcoming Saturday and who to look out for, the strengths of their team, the guys to beat on that team, and who you're going to need from your team, FAMU, to step up and control the narrative of this game. So let's get into it, man. All right. So when I looked at the scoring offense for Southeastern Louisiana, just as I predicted, they are really damn good. That offense is really good. Southeastern Louisiana as a team is a team who knows their strength is to outscore you. They know that. And their defense isn't as good, right? So be ready for an explosion. Be ready. Because they're going to bring it to you. This is the team that will spread the wealth. This is a team whose star quarterback is a pro prospect who I'll get into later. They're a team who the base of their offense is under center. Okay, they're under center and they're running these counter plays, misdirections, and everything like that, and they're running it well. Okay, so this is a pretty, I'm not going to say complex offense, but they run it well, okay, and they spread the wealth. They are not predictable on offense. So let's get into it. So as far as scoring offense goes, right, Southeastern Louisiana, 73 touchdowns on the season. FAMU only has 39 touchdowns on the season. 7 field goals to FAMU's 17 field goals, right? 67 extra points to FAMU's 32 extra points. At a total of points scored on the year, 528 for Southeastern Louisiana. FAMU has only scored 319 points. Now, Southeastern Louisiana averages 48 points a game. 48 points a game. FAMU only averages 29 points a game. Rashawn McKay is going to have a day. Okay? It can't be a good day in the playoffs for Rashawn McKay versus this team. It can't be like 15 for 24, 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. No, you're going to have to go blow for blow. It is time for Rashawn McKay to step up and get that ball. He's going to have to accept the challenge, and he's going to have to get that ball to Shareed or Xavier Smith or Cedric or whoever. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to find his playmakers early and often. All right, so that's that. You see the glaring difference in scoring offenses, right? And just to prove to you how much of a scoring offense they are as a team, the entire record this season is 8-3, right? But since week 1, these are the amount of points they put up: 49, 42, 56, 38, 58, 61, 51, 23, 52, 56, and 42. The only school to not let them reach 40 is McNeese, because they played McNeese twice this year. 38 was the first time, 23 was the second time. So I think they should really pull that McNeese film and see what McNeese was able to do, especially the second time around, to stop Southeastern Louisiana from even getting above 23, a scoring offense like that. Study that film, see what McNeese did, and see if you can apply that, especially with the two dogs that you have on your great defense, okay? So I think they need to do that. And let me say this. Out of their 3 losses, the first loss, they almost beat Louisiana Tech, an FBS opponent, 42-45 by 3 points. All of their losses came by 3 points. Louisiana Tech, 42-45. Their next loss, 52-55. And their last loss, which was last week, I think, versus Nichols, 42-45. All of their losses came in a 3-point difference. This team is going to score the ball. They're a great offense. So it's time to step up. And part of the way that you do that, right, is by stopping their holy grail, 6'7", 260-pound NFL prospect, Cole Kelly, their quarterback. Yes, he is 6'7", 260 pounds. He does it all for this offense. Well, at least the most anyway. Cole Kelly, man, 339 for 457 on the season. That is 74% completion percentage. A 74% completion percentage. He's smart with the football, okay? 4,382 yards on the year. Like I said, they don't have a run game. They don't. When you throw for 4,000 yards, your team don't have a run game. I'm going to just be honest with you, right? Because he is also the team's leading rusher as well. So that should tell you everything you need to know. So 4,382 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. That's a damn good ratio. It really is. And like I said, he's the leading rusher for his team as well. 442 yards rushing with 135 attempts and 16 touchdowns as well. They will call design runs for for Cole Kelly. They will. If they're in the red zone, they use him like Tim Tebow was used at Florida. He's not as fast as Tebow. He's 6'7". He's slow, right? But they use him like Tim Tebow was used at Florida in running situations. They will call design runs for him. They will pull 2 guards out for him or anybody to block for him in short yardage situations. So be ready to stop that. You need a big day from Isaiah Land. You need a big day from Isaiah Land. Isaiah and Marquise, you're going to need a big day from them both. All right? And let me say this about Cole Kelly. Wrap him up. Gang tackle him. Because let me say this. If he lowers his shoulder, if Cole Kelly lowers his shoulder, it's it. That's over, right? Because he don't mind doing so. At 6'7", you willing to dish out some punishment at quarterback, right? Just because you're a lot bigger than the average QB. And when he does, when he lowers his shoulder, because he's so big, he is going to pick up an extra couple of yards because of his size alone. So please make sure that you gang tackle Cole Kelly when you do so, right? When you're able to get a hand on him. Cole Kelly is going to have to be neutralized. And that just goes without saying. Now, every Batman has a Robin. His Robin is Austin Mitchell, okay? His best receiver on the team. His biggest producing receiver on the team. Austin Mitchell in the Southland Conference, I think he's second. I think he's second overall as a receiver, like the second best receiver in that conference. So, he started in receptions with 66, right? First in the country, or in his conference, with 1,035 yards. And he's tied for third in touchdowns with 9. Austin Mitchell is really good. He averages 15 yards per catch and 94 yards per game. Let me say this about Southeastern Illinois' receiving core. Those guys have speed. Austin Mitchell isn't even the fastest receiver on that team. Okay, I think it's Dingle. His last name is Dingle. I forget his first name. That's the speedster, right? But Austin Mitchell has speed, right? Every single receiver that I've seen on that team when watching the tape, those guys are physical. They look to break tackles. They're not going to stop and let you tackle them once they caught the ball. They are yak yardage kings. They want yak yardage, right? Every time. They don't care They don't care who wraps them up. They're looking. You're going to really have to fight to bring these guys down. They're physical. They're physical. They want every inch. All right? This is a really good offense. So I'll say that about that. And as far as kick return, right, because they do have a threat, I think his name, you know, he might be watching this. I'm not trying to disrespect you, homie. I never heard of a name like this. Gage Lavardian. That's his name. The kick returner. He's the best in the Southland Conference when I look as far as kick returns go. 530 kick returns on the year, a touchdown. And I think that touchdown came last week versus Nichols. That 100-yard return, really good. He has speed as well. And he averages about 29.4 yards on a kick return. So, you got him as well to look out for. So what I would say FAMU has to do, right? Jamari Shareed and Xavier Smith, get them the ball. Get them the ball. They gonna have to have a day. You feel me? These are your playmakers. You gonna have to get ready. If your defense can't get it done, if your defense cannot neutralize Cole Kelly and Austin Mitchell, get ready for an offensive explosion. You better be prepared, or you're gonna get blown out the water real quick. Rashawn McKay, he gonna have to step up. We gonna need a performance like he had versus Arkansas Pine Bluff. We're gonna need that kind of performance. At the minimum, we're gonna need that kind of performance. Okay, Bishop Bonnet, get Bishop going too. Bishop is almost at 1,000 yards on the season. I trust Bishop Bonnet. Y'all, no reason why y'all shouldn't as well. He's a great talent at running back. Get him going, but you got to find. By the way, get Bonnet going in the passing game as well as the rushing game as well. You have to incorporate everybody. You have to incorporate everybody. But Xavier Smith and Jamari Shareed, y'all gonna have to get creative, and y'all gonna have to make sure they get their due diligence this game. You're gonna have to make sure that they're in the right mismatches to exploit their defense, because their secondary is not that good. It's not. Like, this secondary is not that good. There should be no reason why Shareed and Smith do not have a day, right? A day in this playoff game. So, you got them. Like I said, Rashawn McKay needs to have a day. Isaiah Land and Marquise, y'all got to get it going. I expect Isaiah to be on Cole Kelly's ass all night. He needs to be. What does he have, like 18 sacks? James Houston is second with 14, but I think he got, 18 sacks? You got to be on him. You are needed now more than ever. Understand that. Marquise, do what you do. Do what you do. Austin Mitchell comes across you, shut him down. All right, they got a plethora of receivers, but that's his go-to clearly. So shut him down. We gonna need a big day from every single member, star player of FAMU's, every single member of FAMU's team, but especially from the star players of that team. All right, this is not gonna be an easy game. It's not, but it's one that you can win. Follow the recipe that McNeese used the second time they played them during the season. They're the only team to make them only put up, 23 points. They're the only team to do so this season. Study that film. See what they did. And incorporate some of that into your game plan. And you should be fine. But you have your work cut out for you. All right? So, listen. That's all I want to say on that. I'm rooting for y'all heavily. Because like I said, when y'all win, the SWAC wins overall. So, I hope y'all are able to do well in the playoffs. And, yeah, I'm rooting for y'all, just like the rest of the SWAC. All right, we talk trash and everything like that. I know I talked my fair share of trash before the season even started, saying that y'all wasn't gonna win versus JSU and all of that. But I genuinely want to see y'all win. Please understand me, just not when y'all play JSU, or South Carolina State, which y'all were able to do anyway. So with that being said, man, you're watching the CFL podcast. If you got any thoughts on this game, let me know down below in the comment section. If you would like to donate to the channel, I will put the picture up for you to do so. Anything you give is greatly appreciated. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.